Ryan is asking, what do you think the odds are that Garrett Nelson comes back?
I haven't really wavered off of that. Probably about 99%.
Oh, that he's coming back?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about a guy that all he's ever dreamed of since he was a wee lad. We'll just put it that way. Growing up in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, is that he wanted to play for Nebraska and be a proud black shirt. And quite frankly, he's a smart enough guy to know that he plays another year, his draft stock goes up a lot higher than it is right now. So yeah, no, he's a guy. He purposely did not walk on senior day. He could have, but he made a point to tell everybody before senior day that he was not going to walk. And to me, that says that it's a no-brainer because, I mean, I like to pride myself in being, a Husker through and through my whole life, but this guy makes me look like an idiot. And he plays with that kind of passion and is that kind of a proud guy. And heck, he was a captain this year. Obviously, he'd be a captain again next year, and he's the team leader, and he's not the kind of guy that's ever going to let down his teammates. I've known him for a long time, going back to his high school days, and he's always had that same sense of honor and commitment, and just one of the most passionate guys I've ever seen about playing the game of football and playing it at such a high level and such a high motor that, since he got to Nebraska out of high school, they all of his coaches have always been having to tell him to tone it down a little bit because they don't want him to waste all that energy. Because this is a guy that sprints everywhere he goes. He wants to set an example, and he'll get up off of the field after a tackle, and if it's a change of possession, he will just sprint to the sideline, and he'll sprint over to the table to get a drink of water. I mean, after the national anthem's done, well, this is in high school. He's there in line for the national anthem being played, and as soon as the national anthem gets done, the helmet goes on, and he sprints over to the sideline. That's just the kind of player he is. And seriously, being an old man like me, the only other linebacker / defensive end type guy I've ever seen in my lifetime or film of is Dick Butkus. That's the kind of mentality that Garrett Nelson has. And me being a Chicago Bears fan, obviously Dick Butkus was a little before my time, not much, but that guy played the game the same way Garrett Nelson does.
There it is. High remarks about Garrett Nelson. I'd like to see a good team around him and see what he can do his final season.
He is the epitome of a Nebraska kid that commits to Nebraska no matter who's coaching. And those are the kind of high character Midwestern kids growing up in Nebraska dream of playing for Nebraska. And no matter what, they're going to stay playing for Nebraska, even if the coach that recruited them there is no longer here. But that's just the kind of mentality these type of guys have.